Hello Vault Dwellers, and welcome back to the next episode of our Fallout 3 Let's Play series. You join me still over here at Smith Casey's garage, where we need to go ahead and head inside and start looking for our dad. I think we've left the main quest for quite a while, and it is time to get back to it. Do have a few things to pick up, and there are some enemies in here. We just need to find them. Up there's one right there. A little rad roachy. Ooh, I see a Nuka-Cola Quantum in the corner. Nice. Can turn that into a grenade. Anything up there? Probably not much of anything. That's a chessboard. Oh, I hear him in the back room. Ooh, a tumblers today. I'll take that. Not quite sure what. Ooh, nice. Our, oh no, I do know. Our lockpicking's at 90. So we can just sell that. Alright, what's in here? Mole rats. But not anymore. There we go. Well, I think the only thing left to really do, let me check these lockers, and then we can head downstairs. Take the rounds and leave the pistols. Alrighty, there we go. Any scrap metal over here for us? Ooh, paint guns. I'll take those. We need those for our Chinese, or not our Chinese assault rifle, but our dart gun. Holy bobs, what was I thinking? Alright, we do need to head down here though. And looks like we have some more mole rats. They must have eaten their way in through from somewhere. Anyone else? Yeah, looks like it. Yep, right over there on the stairs. Whoop. How'd I miss you, little buddy? There you go. And I think that's it for the enemies. We can head in now. Nice. We are exploring our first vault since leaving Vault 1A1. We do need to start finding some of the other vaults, though. There's a bunch of really cool ones in Fallout 3. I don't think we need our weapon anymore either. I do love the door animation. So cool. Anything here we can look at? Looks like we can go over here. Well, it looks like this is still a fully functioning vault. Nice that nobody's been down here to disturb them. Although how they did not find it in the bottom of, or in the, well, the garage, I should say, of a garage, I don't know. You would have thought this place would have been broken into and looted a long time ago. It's funny. Some of the vault entrances are really well hidden, and some of them aren't. Wonder what Vault Tech was working on with that.
Welcome to Vault 112, resident. According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule. Please redress in your Vault Tech issued vault suit before proceeding. If you have misplaced your suit, I am authorized to distribute a new one. Once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you may enter your assigned Tranquility Lounger.
All
Please
right.
take a seat in the nearest available Tranquility Lounge.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will certainly do that eventually. But it looks like we do need to get dressed in the Vault 12 jumpsuit. Let's take a little look around before we just bobble on down there. No sense in being hasty. Can we go in here? Yeah, we can. Ooh, nice. Combat. Not bad. I'd rather have the recon. Nothing good. This is a medical room. You would think they would at least have a health kit or something. Anything on this one over here? Ah, there we go. Some recon armor so we can repair our Chinese stealth suit. Nice. Don't need the helmet though. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Can we do anything with that? No. Ooh, Medax, I'll take that. Sells for money. I will gladly take the Mentats as well. Anything over there? No. And we can't interact with that. So let's go check out the other side and see what they have in those rooms. As long as the robots aren't attacking us, we don't need to attack them. Hey, little buddy. Is there anything over here?
Hello, ma'am.
Oh, is this back to the Overseer's room? Okay. And that requires a key. So I can't go in there yet. Does this just warp me around to the back? It does. So into the Tranquility room, or to the pods. I don't think we're ready to go in there yet. Let's look around here, see if there's anything else we can pick up or look at. Nothing here. It looks like that's kind of the main hub of where everything works and runs, and that's going to take me back up. Alright, well I suppose we should get into our vault suit and jump into one of these pods. There we go. I think that's the one it wants me to get into. Can I look at that? Okay, so that's the empty one. What about this one? An anomaly detected. Requires medical attention. Do they all say that? That's unknown. Wait a minute. Okay, well, let's see what the unknown one is. Possible program corruption. Unable to verify resident ID. Please consult a supervisor. Elevated. Okay. Henderson. Oh, okay, so this person's okay. And nominal stress. So I guess we could look at all of them to find out, but something is wrong with that person in there, so they could be dead. I don't know, but let's go in here and find out what's going on. Ooh, who was that? So we have completed scientific pursuits. And then, whoa. Now we are a little girl. Yep, we are a little girl.
Hey there, sport. Beautiful day, isn't it? Say, you should go talk to Betty. She's waiting for you over on the playground. Have fun, sport.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should go talk to Betty then. He said over on the playground, so I suppose we should head over here. Oh, look, they have a little doggo. Doc the doggo. Alright. And where is Miss Betty? Oh, there you are, Betty.
Oh, someone new to play with. What good luck I have lately. I was just starting to get bored. Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
And you are?
I'm Betty. I live here on Tranquility Lane. Want to play a game?
No thanks. No games for me.
You don't get to say no. If I want to play a game, you're going to play. And I want to.
Okay, a game, I guess.
I knew you would. It's a really simple game. All you have to do is make Timmy Newsbomb cry.
Timmy Newsbomb? Who's that?
He's the only other kid that lives here besides you. He's a big crybaby. You'll see. Make him cry, and then come back here so we can talk some more.
Alright, well, we are actually not going to do that because that nets us a bunch of negative karma. But I am looking for... not you. I'm looking for an old lady, I think. Can I go into any of these houses? Not the Rockwell.
Hello. I'm annoyed, Martha. Timmy left his roller skates in my house again. He needs to learn to pick up after himself. Well, that's not safe, is it? Someone could really
Can I
get
go in
hurt.
here?
It's a shame Pat doesn't teach him to be more responsible. I don't even...
Alright, not what I'm looking for in there. Hey, Bill.
Good day.
Yep. Alright, that one's got a bicycle out in front of it. So I didn't think that's the one I want. Miss Dithers, I think that's who I'm looking for. Is she home? Yes, she is.
You don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. It's not real, none of it. It needs to end. The suffering must end.
Finally, someone who knows what's going on. How do I get out of here?
We're not really here. We're not really talking. It's all made up. Make-believe. We're sleeping, dreaming. The dream became a nightmare. It has to end. It just has to. But we're not in charge. He is. And he doesn't want us to wake up.
Who are you talking about?
He calls himself Betty now, but he's still the same. He can put on a new face all he likes, but underneath he's still evil. Braun. Bastard thinks because he helped create this place, he's God here. But I know he still uses the fail-safe terminal. I know it.
What fail-safe? What the heck are you talking about?
It's in the abandoned house. He doesn't want us going in there because he's afraid we might find it. It's the only terminal to the outside. The only way to shut the whole thing down. You've got to find it.
Okay. Well, let's go find this abandoned house. And it looks like it might be that one right over there. So let's do this, and then we can get out of here and hopefully find our father. Alright, so what we need to do to bring up the failsafe is hit these objects in a certain order. And the order is radio, picture, Mr. Gnome, back to the pitcher, the cinder block, back to Mr. Gnome, and the last one is our bottle. There we go. I do feel kind of bad doing this to him, but it is the good method, so, or the good karma ending to this section. Ooh, let's see what he had to say, though. I finally come to the realization that the Toucan Lagoon simulation has run its course. I'm tired of the beating sun and ceaseless pounding of the lagoon's waves upon the shore. I no longer take pleasure in watching Simpson wither away from scurvy, or hearing Newsbaum screams as he's devoured by the mako shark. I am quite simply bored. It is time to reset the simulation once again. I haven't been skiing in ages. Oh, so then they went to a chalet. Yesterday, Dither slipped on the chalet's icy stairs, went airborne, and managed to impale herself on the wrought iron fence. It was spectacular and completely and utterly random. Is there anything more sublime than that bold crimson on fresh fallen snow? It was almost enough to make me reconsider a change of scenery, but not quite. 23 years is a long enough vacation in the Swiss Alps. I long for something more domestic. Which brings us to Tranquility Lane. I have surprised myself. I find Tranquility Lane comforting, although distinctly American. It somehow reminds me of Cronach, the town of my childhood, and I mispronounced that. That's a beautiful irony with this particular simulation as well. The residents here are naturally at home, naturally safe. When I toy with them, when their suburban illusion is suddenly broken, it's that much more satisfying. I do believe we shall all remain here in Tranquility Lane for a very long time. A very long time indeed. And one of the things I find very interesting, definitely interesting about Tranquility Lane, is all the houses are kind of set up just like the simulation pods. But what not many people know is that a little bit north of the National Guard depot down in the DC ruins, there is another ruined housing complex that looks exactly like this. And I'm just wondering if maybe he had seen that one time during his stay in DC before the war started, and that's what he's based Tranquility Lane on. It's kind of interesting, but for now we are going to access the Chinese invasion program, and we are going to initiate the failsafe. I think that's all I needed to do. Here is the revised code for the military training program you've expressed interest in. I'm not sure exactly what you want with it, and I again stress that this program was never designed to be run with civilian equipment. Frankly, I don't expect any system you have access to can even run it. But if you can run this program with the failsafes off as requested, your real-world test subjects will die if killed in the simulation. It goes without saying that officially I denied your request. General Chase. And his failsafe. There are days I consider finally pulling the plug, as it were, and putting a permanent end to both this simulation and my life. That is the reason I requested installation of General Chase's Chinese invasion program. After all, by displaying the safety protocols, I have ensured that each subject in Vault 112 will physically die if their in-simulation avatars are killed. Real-world death into simulation. The perfect failsafe. At least it would have been, if not for my own misjudgment. I knew when the simulation first went online that the secondary safeties Those established for all Vault-Tec and military personnel would prevent my own real-world demise in the event of a fail-safe execution. In the end, I would kill the subject and save myself. I wouldn't want it any other way, or so I thought. It's true the fail-safe would scare the living heck out of every resident in Tranquility Lane and lead to their brutal deaths. But then what about me? I have no ability to disable my own safety from within the simulation, and any other avatars I could create would be driven by the simulation's AI routines, not actual living thinking human subjects. Where's the fun in tormenting a machine? And so the release of the real world subjects is more than they deserve, more that I could bear. They'd be dead, and I'd be left here in Tranquility Lane, alone, and technically bored for all eternity. I can think of nothing more unacceptable. What an evil, evil man. Alright, so we need to initiate the Chinese invasion failsafe. Program running, proceed with caution. Access version control. Display current version controls. Exceptions granted for pod 101. Alright. So is it running is what I want to know. Program running, proceed with caution. Okay. There we go. We gained our good karma. Now we just need to exit Tranquility Lane. And sadly, we've just killed all the people in the pods upstairs. I'm very sorry. Yes, please don't shoot me. But now, while all the Chinese are attacking them, we can go over here and talk to Betty and find out what he's done with our dad.
Do you realize what you've done? You've triggered the failsafe, ruined everything. The subjects will die, and I'll be stuck here in this hell alone.
You ruined everything! Everything!
It couldn't have happened to a nicer person. Well, it's all over. Now hush up and answer my questions.
It is not over. It is not over until I say so. Do you understand me? I
just want things to go back the way they were.
Where you were torturing people? Really? Can you tell me about the GAC?
The Garden of Eden creation kit. It was for terraforming, for restoring the world after a nuclear disaster. Unstable technology, and ultimately boring. Why remake the old reality when instead you could create any reality you choose?
Well, I came here for my father. Now where is he?
He's been right here the whole time. And you were too dense to figure it out. The dog, you see.
Man's best friend. But now you've taken all my friends from me.
I don't think that they were your friends. So my father's okay. I can get him back.
Yes, I'm sure he's fine. No doubt when you leave the simulation, he'll be waiting for you.
But there's no one waiting for me.
Well, tell me about Tranquility Lane.
It is my greatest achievement. The best of the many simulations I've run in these 200 years.
I played with the others, but they bored me. This version never grew old. It amused me over and over and over again.
Tell me exactly, who are you? Who you really are?
My name is Stanislaus Braun. I'm a Vault-Tec scientist. I created this simulation for Vault-Tec, but for myself as well. It was my own design, my own perfection. A better reality than any other. Far greater than my work on the GEC.
Oh, so you worked on the GEC. Well, so I'm free to leave?
Isn't it obvious? You've run the failsafe, disrupted everything. I have no power over you.
There's the door. Go.
Alright, well, I have to go now.
Run along now.
Let's get out of here. There we go. Oh, wow. Haven't seen ourselves like that in a long time. And there he is.
You've saved me. I was afraid I'd be trapped in there forever. Oh, it's so good to see you, but what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? You could have been killed.
Well, I didn't expect Dr. Braun to be alive and insane. I thought I'd just find notes or holotapes. I needed information about Braun and his work on the Gek.
Did you get the information you needed?
I did indeed. Braun's work, the Gek, was designed to readapt environments for living after a nuclear war. It's not entirely stable, but I'm sure that components of that technology are just what we need, what we've been missing all this time. I need to return to Rivet City. Once Madison knows about the Gek, I can get her to see that it really will work.
You need to get back to Rivet City?
I can't do this on my own. Madison, Dr. Lee, has a team of scientists working at Rivet City. They'll have to help. The facility hasn't been used in years. There'll be enough work for a good number of people, and it will take us a while. The sooner I get to Rivet City, the sooner Madison and I can get to work.
Well, what about me? What am I supposed to do?
Yes, what about you? Why in fact are you outside the vault at all? I don't even want to know how you got out. As much as I appreciate your help, you were supposed to stay there, to make a life for yourself there, not out here.
You left me there without saying goodbye. What was I supposed to do?
You were supposed to stay put. You could have had a good life in the vault. But I suppose it's too late to go back now, isn't it? The Overseer would likely have a shot on sight. Well then, you'll just have to come with me to Rivet City. You've certainly proven yourself capable enough.
Well, Dad, I'm not going with you. I have other things to take care of.
Really? You're not going to join me? Coming all this way after me, I'd have thought you'd want to help. I have to keep going. I can't stop now. I'm going back to Rivet City. Meet me there if you change your mind. It would be good to work with you, honey.
Can we just talk for a minute?
Of course, honey. What's on your mind?
How could you leave me like that? What the heck were you thinking?
I wanted you to be safe. I didn't want this for you. A life out here in this godforsaken war zone. I couldn't tell you what I was doing because I didn't want you following me. A plan which clearly was not as successful as I imagined it would be.
Why would you put yourself at risk like this? You have some sort of death wish?
What? No, of course not. This is important work. Clean water can change the lives of so many thousands of people. It's worth the risk to help them.
Helping people? What about helping your own daughter?
I can understand that you're angry. You have a right to be. Perhaps the choice I made wasn't the right one. At the time, I thought I was doing what was best for you.
I think I understand. I'm glad we talked.
So am I, my love. While this isn't what I had in mind, it's good to have you with me.
What exactly is this Project Purity?
It started as an idea, really. Remember the Bible passage your mother loves so much? Free, clean water for everyone. What a difference it could make in the lives of everyone here in the wastes. Over time, that idea took the form of a purifier. Not like the one in the vault, though. This one was gigantic, capable of purifying millions of gallons of water at once. We used the old Jefferson Memorial for the location, right on DC's tidal basin. Someday soon, I hope you'll see it work.
So, what happened to Project Purity?
In the year before you were born, things became difficult. There had always been something of a mutant problem in the city, but it became worse. They attacked more frequently and more aggressively. Support for the project eroded as time went on. When we couldn't produce any significant results, progress came to a halt. And then you were born. Your mother and I had talked about what to do when that time came, but then we lost her, and I had to make a decision. I chose to leave. From what I understand, things happened quickly after that. It became too dangerous for the others to stay, and so the project was abandoned. Dr. Lee and her team left for what became Rivet City, and Project Purity has sat waiting ever since.
How did Mom really die?
I understand that you have reason to question a good many things I've told you over the years. But your mother... I've never lied to you about what happened. Not once. She died giving birth to you. It was a difficult time. She was so eager to meet you, to make a place for you in the world. If nothing else, please believe that she loved you very much.
Well, I have to go, Dad.
Be careful, sweetie.
And we leveled up. Very nice. Ooh. How did we get to 92 on those? I haven't read anything. I don't know. Alright, let's get our... We already have the bobblehead explosive, so we can get that moving up. And I guess I'm going to start putting points into barter and energy weapons. Oh, yeah, I don't like that number. There we go. That works for me. And we have one perk, and I think... What did we get new? Grim Reaper Sprint. If you kill a target in advance, all your action points are restored upon exiting. That could be really good. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't normally take it. Ooh. Actually, I may go for that. Well, no. Actually, I'm not having problems with action points. I'm going to actually do explore just because, and I don't normally take this, but this is going to help me out trying to find all the locations. So let's do that. And the reason I did not want to go with Dad is because he gets in so much trouble if you follow him. Like every rat scorpion, and he can't die because he's marked as essential right now. Yeah, every rad scorpion takes him down, and it just becomes so long and monotonous trying to get back there with him. So what we need to do now is head out and start making our way towards Rivet City. And actually, I have a feeling we may actually end up on a little detour on the way there. Let's find the door out of here, and let's see where we end up when we walk out. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, I think we've gotten everything in here. Alright, let's get in our sneaky sneak position and let's see where we end up. Alright guys, on our way to Rivet City, we have stumbled across a mysterious riverboat. And the quest said, investigate. So let's pop in here and investigate this riverboat.
You! Are you going to Point Lookout? I need your help. My daughter stowed away on the Duchess Gambit a few weeks ago, and I've been worried sick ever since. I haven't heard anything from her, but if you're going there, could you look for her? Please, I'll do anything to help.
I can't promise anything, but I'll look for her.
Oh, bless you. Her name is Nadine, and she left a couple of weeks ago. Said she wanted to see the world. Silly little thing that she is. That Tobar said he dropped her off at Point Lookout, but who knows what's happened to her since then. I don't know if you can convince my little Nadine to come back, but just give her this note from me, would you?
Do you know anything about Point Lookout?
Only that it's where Tobar gets those punga fruits he sells off. Must be making a good profit off of them, too. I hear rumors the place is full of swamps and killer plants, but I don't know about all that.
What can you tell me about your daughter?
She's about your age, and when she left, her hair was dyed bright orange. You shouldn't have any problem recognizing her. She told me she wanted to go find her fortune, but I thought it was too dangerous. I should have known better than to say that. The moment I told her she couldn't go, it was just a matter of time before she ran off.
Well, I need to be going.
Please, find my daughter.
Alright, anything in there? Alright, well, I suppose we should get on this boat and talk to Tobar. Before we talk to Tobar, I wonder if we're allowed to actually look around on the ship. Well, maybe we can. Doesn't look like there's anything here. And I'm sure he probably won't let us into the room behind him, so I suppose the only thing we can do is speak with him.
Welcome, my friend. I am Tobar the ferryman, and this fine vessel is the Duchess Gambit. We're just back from Point Lookout, but it won't be long before we set off again. Interested?
I might be. What's so special about Point Lookout?
You look like a woman who's been around the wastes, so I'll cut right to it. In Point Lookout, you'll find fresh-grown food, mysterious locales, and treasures as of yet unlooted. But keep your wits about you, because there's more than a few exotic critters and inhospitable locals. So stay here if you're too dainty to rough it.
Well, it's a nice boat. You must have seen a lot of places with it.
You should have seen her back in her heyday. Why, we traveled up and down the coast from the Commonwealth to the Broken Banks. Good times, but these days she's not fit to take out to the coast. Too many spouts ready to drown her and too many critters looking for lunch. But the Point Lookout run is good enough for now. We've got a sweet deal ferrying cargo and the occasional traveler.
Well, tell me more about Point Lookout.
Down south, this side of the bay, there's a soggy strand of beach called Point Lookout. Oh, it's got it all. Ruins of ancient pleasure towns, mysterious swamps bristling with treasure, and all practically untouched by outsiders. But if you're curious, I could offer you a ride over to that faraway land. For a nominal fee, of course.
Well, I guess we could ask him about her. A girl named Nadine caught a ride on your ship. Any idea where she is?
Ah, Nadine. Sprightly little tomboy with more curiosity than common sense, that one. Caused so much trouble on the trip that I probably would have thrown her overboard if she hadn't reminded me of myself at her age. I haven't seen her since we hit land at Point Lookout. But knowing her, I'll bet she's gotten herself in plenty of trouble.
Well, I think I'd like to buy a ticket.
Looking for fame and fortune? Hoping to cultivate the delicious punga fruit? Or just looking to run away from your life on these dreary shores?
Apparently I'm looking to run away from my life on these dreary shores. Well, I'm not going to let that stand. What do I have I can sell him? Alright, it looks like we have come to a deal with a Tobar and taken, not quite all of his caps. Let me see here. I can get rid of at least 2 more. Yeah, there we go. Well, how do I get back afterwards?
All you have to do is come back to me and buy another ticket. Just be careful not to get stranded short on caps, huh? Once you got a ticket, just head into the cabin and settle in on the cot. We'll be there in no time.
Alright, I'm ready to head out.
Whenever you're ready, just take a rest on the cot in the cabin. We'll be at Point Lookout in no time.
Alright, so I guess we just need to head over in here and take a little nap. Although, will he let me... Can I go look in your room? No, it requires the key. Alright, fair enough. Although I could probably pickpocket it off of him, huh? Alright, let's activate the passenger cot. Let's travel to Point Lookout. It looks a little bit foggy. Not what I was expecting. Looks like we have an amusement park there. House on a hill and a lighthouse. Looks like it's going to be some fun times. Oh, we're all the way out here. I always forget there's an upper floor on this thing. But nothing up here other than the steering wheel, huh? Alright, is he still here? There you are.
Welcome to Point Lookout, my friend. The trip was fine. The weather's nice and damp, and everything out there looks pleasant as ever. Looks like nothing's changed since my last visit, except all that smoke I saw on the way in.
Should I be worried? What's over there?
Oh, nothing much. Just old Calvert Mansion. Just a huge abandoned estate teeming with who knows what opportunities for profitable scavenging. You know, nothing much. I know I said Point Lookout was perfect for treasure hunters, but it's a rare day when you get a beacon like that.
Any place you recommend in Point Lookout?
Depends what you're looking for. If you need supplies, head to the shop over at the end of these docks. Convenient, and I get caps for referring you. If you need a place to stay, there's an old motel further into town. The beds there are still pretty soft, even if it's because they're full of lice.
Oh, joy.
And if you're looking for some hunting, there's a fella named Plick who runs a club out in the northeast. Strictly for high rollers, though.
Alright, well, looks like we have our plans laid out for us, but I need to go now.
Good travels to you.
Okay, well, we have set foot on some distant shores, apparently. And the weather is cloudy. Alright, guys, I think this is where we are going to leave it for the day. We've done quite a bit. We've rescued our dad, as well as found a boat that magically transported us to a whole new area. So in the next episode, we are going to be starting the Point Lookout DLC proper. I hope to see you then, but for now, as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I see you in the next one.